Okay, so here's an idea now of how I plan on doing it. So this is it's not a Dremel, this is another kind of similar idea, and I've got the extension cable here. That'll be set over here for when I do this. Got a 2cm cutting wheel there I got off of Amazon. It's okay. I'm a bit worried that it's wide enough. But we'll see. But I mean, what I plan to do is obviously be seated and then sort of rest my hand somewhere more comfortable. You can already see that I've got a drill line cut in. So the idea is you don't just dig this straight in. You kind of just touch it and then gradually get deeper as you rotate the bottle. I'm obviously not going yet because I've got this set up. But that's going to be the kind of general plan, and I think it's dawned on me I haven't said much about this bottle here. So all it is just a drinks bottle. I put a couple of holes in using a drill, and I just weighed it down with a bit of soil and a few pebbles, and that's just to stop it from flopping around. If it doesn't work too well, I'll put a bit more ballast in it. But as you saw in the previous video, it was working fine. Also, PPE. I can't emphasize enough how important that is. Really ruin your day to get fragments of glass in your eyes or even breathe it in. So I've got these Marigold gloves that I wear. These serve me fine for both cutting and for grinding. Eyewear, I've got these that I use for glass cutting. For this work I'm going to be a bit more cautious because I haven't done too much of it, so I'd rather be a bit over cautious and wear these. Masks, I've seen various videos, and I've probably gone a bit over the top compared to many, but this is the mask I use. It's a JSP. See the specs there. That's quite a high-end mask. Definitely probably overkill for this, but I'd rather be overkill when it comes to PPE than skimp and still pay for it later. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you can always replace anything here. New drill bits, new cutting bits, replace the water, clean up the glass, but what you can't replace are your lungs, you can't replace your eyes. So this is why I wear the top end stuff, and if people find that funny, I don't mind. I'd rather be laughed at and be healthy and safe than people think I'm cool than me ending up knackering myself at 50, unable to see or breathe. So that's where we are. And also that's a magnifying glass, so I can bring that down to better see what I'm doing as well. And that rod that's for putting my phone in when I start doing this. You can see what I'm doing when I'm hands free. So that's essentially where I am. A bit crammed in here. I do mean to reorganise when the rain stops coming down. It is a converted shed, also into modelling. Bit of soldering when I get around to it, and all sorts. So I've got different shelves depending on what I'm doing really. There's the candle making equipment, and these are all the bottles. Yes, I have drunk them all, but over a matter of months, not weeks, and yeah, so I plan on working through those. Some of them might end up going into the bin. I've got that many, which of course goes against the whole thing of upcycle out. The reason I'm doing this with the Dremel though is because as I rotate that bottle, the cutter doesn't always reach. This is actually on Amazon for 30 quid. It hasn't got very good reviews. I've bought it because I like this arm over the standard one, which is here. This is the one this is a standard one a lot of people have. But I find with this, you've got the 5 rollers, and it makes it uneven here, and you can have the bottle wobble that throws your score line off, and plus also that cutter tends to get knocked down. It's not great, but I mean, I think it's a bit hit and miss. It really does come down to technique. This one I bought, and I'm probably going to keep it, to be fair, because I'm hoping to be able to cut with the Dremel using it, purely because it's got the 6 rollers on it, so it's far easier to get a better cradle. I'm not going to cut like that, of course, here. I'm going to bring that further forward, but I'll show you a label. And also, I mean, this is a bottle of Gallo. What I like to do that I haven't done here is take the labels off as well. That's probably a bit high up really to be of any use as a tumbler. It's a bit deep, and I think a tumbler needs to be shallow enough so you can clean the bottom of it. Might make it a bit lower because then the top can be used for a wine glass, and then the lower part can then be used as a tumbler. So that is what I'm looking to do with that probably. And when I've mastered it, I've got Jack Daniels bottles to try. And that's the other thing with using the Dremel, because you've got a bit more dexterity. So what I plan to do is just cut like that. But you can see there's not a lot of clearance between the disc and the side of that bottle, which may cause problems later on, especially with the Jack D bottles. But I can get bigger ones that are not expensive on eBay. In the meantime, I've got plenty to occupy myself here. Anyway, that's the family back. So I say ta-ta for now, and when you next see me, we'll be having a go at cutting that baby.